Hello and good afternoon. This is Ronald Bird with another edition of Style Speaks. We're downtown DC at Farragut West and a beautiful, warm, well, it's getting hot out here, ain't it? The sun is shining so brightly, but I'm loving it. Right down the street from the White House, for those of you who don't know where Farragut West is. But I have a lovely guest here who decided to spend some of her afternoon with us, and her name is BJ. Hi, BJ.
Hello, how are you?
Nice to see you. Nice to meet you and all that stuff. I love watching your pictures and going through. I mean, I don't like sitting staring at her. She's like, oh, you're doing that? Your photographs and posting your ads on Facebook. But tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from...
Yeah, show your beautiful face.
I'm from DC. I've actually lived throughout DC and Maryland. A lot of places, so pretty much here based.
Okay, from Washington metropolitan area.
Yes.
Okay, a native. I don't get many natives, so I don't have to ask you, well, how long you've been here, because that pretty much sums that up.
Yes,
well, do you plan on being here for a while? Are you transitioning anytime soon? Is this
within the next 5 years would be great. I definitely don't plan on being here forever.
Okay, you want to move around. Well, you're young. You want to move around a little bit.
Yes.
Oh, well, okay, cool. What are you? I mean, you're obviously a tall, very beautiful woman. Do you model?
Not as much as I used to, but I did get into modeling for a while.
Okay, what about modeling attracted you? I mean, you're obviously tall, and I'm sure I said, baby, you need to be on somebody's runway.
A whole bunch
you
of
got that. Yeah, you got. Well, it's more people pulling you to do it as opposed to you really wanting to do it.
I was interested in it. Like from the age of 15, like it was enough people that was like pulling me into it, and I started taking the interest, and so I went to Barbizon Modeling School, and I did that, did a little graduation thing, and enjoyed it, and I kind of like just put it down, because from there I graduated from high school, and I went to hair school and got my license, so I didn't pick it up till like after, maybe like 5 or 6 years later of getting back into it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. So you kind of started the whole modeling piece. Then you went to school, but that was something that just kind of happened.
Yeah.
But you really had plans on going to school to do hair, right? So you finished that.
Yes, I did.
So are
licensed.
Oh, she said, get that licensed. Right, because I guess you do have to clarify that. Well, I'm glad you do, because I'll be no. Some people, a lot of people claim they do hair, right?
Exactly.
But they're not licensed. Do people even, I mean, I guess when you're going into business, or, I mean, as you solicit yourself, and this is just a personal question, but, a lot of other people may want to know that too. But as you solicit your business to people, and you may pass out your card on the streets of DC, do they even care if you're licensed? I mean, because you do hair, you show some pictures of some people's hair you've done or whatever, is that major now or what?
I mean,
what has the industry gotten into?
It's nice to know, but that's not something like I just go around yelling like, oh, look, I'm licensed.
Right.
I never do that, but I will say you got like, this is like in a time where people are probably just more concerned with the hairstyle and where they can find it cheaper depending on who you're working with. If you're working with people who invest in themselves, then you'll get people that want to work with other people that invest in themselves. Know that you have a license, know that you take classes. If you're looking for people that's just looking to make $1 in the kitchen or wherever, wherever it may be, then more than likely those particular people might not care, or just.
Right. I guess my question was more the clients.
Yeah.
With the people that you meet, the random people, once they know that you are a licensed or a hairstylist or whatever, without saying the word licensed, do they care? I mean, they just want a good deal,
really
get a haircut or whatever.
They care
right. Okay.
So.
I mean, I guess generally speaking, do you get asked if you're licensed? Or
no.
Not? Okay. Okay. I guess that was my question.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just didn't know, how people responded to that. I respect that, because you have a talent and you want to be recognized for being branded and licensed in that field. So you went to school and you have the papers to prove it. So just like a doctor, a PhD, or anything else, you want to be respected as such. But it's like, with a lot of the young girls and with the weaves and the hair going on? I mean, do they just want somebody who just can put their hair in? You know what I'm saying?
And still have some money in their pocket.
Right.
Like, that's
right. That's all they care. Okay. So what has that? Well, since you've been licensed in hair, I mean, you obviously have a knack for makeup as well.
Yes,
so you seem to be kind of well versed in all of that. Tell me about the makeup piece.
The makeup, I started getting into makeup. Well, they actually taught me some in modeling school, and then we had a segment in hair school. And my first job was working at a makeup counter while I was in school. So it kind of just picked up piece by piece and evolved.
So a lot of things were just kind of like, just kind of came haphazardly with the modeling and the makeup,
I just feel like they're all connected, and when you're in the industry, like this particular industry, I would like to know everybody's job if I can, not to try and do it, but because I care that much about it. If there's something I'm going for, I want to be able to execute it the best way, have a little bit of knowledge of everything. Like if you love it and you want to be a part of it, get to know it, and not only that, it'll set you apart from everything else or anybody else for that matter. It's good to know.
Well, I mean, what I was really, I really respected you because I think when I had offered or I had extended an invitation to speak with you, I said as we do the promos for you, I often like to ask people, because, a lot of people got like 15 titles, today, right? The more they do, the better. Everybody grinding.
Exactly.
I ain't grinding. But,
I'm thriving.
Right, there you go. I like that. There you go. All that grinding, you do all that, you gotta let you, no disrespect. But what really set you apart from a lot of people that I talked to is that she was like, no titles, just artist or whatever. And I thought that was really, really cool. And now that I find out that you're a licensed beautician and all these things, that you have all these things under your belt. And it was obvious to see by your photographs that you were talented in so many things, but yet you weren't necessarily marketing yourself that way, which I thought was very classy and very tactful thing to do. So that really attracted me to you and wanted to talk to you about that. So as I stand here and talk to you, that's very noble and admirable, because you really don't get that often. Everybody's trying to sell what they do and promote what they do, and the more titles, the better, and all that. And I think your work kind of speaks for itself. Go ahead.
It's just at the end of the day, like I'm an artist, like I'm never going to limit myself to one thing. It's like I just started painting not too long ago, and I just started trying to get into photography. Like I don't want to limit myself and just be an artist. I don't gotta be like, oh my card,
and can't even fit. It's like well,
that's so tacky.
And what do you really hone in on if you can't really concentrate and be an expert at any one thing? If you're channeling all these different, it's great that you're creative, and a lot of us have multi-talents and that can do more than one thing. But you can't really,
for the most part, it's like in networking events, somebody say, oh, what do you do? And
how do you answer that question?
Whatever in regards to what they are, I let them know what they need to know. And if it goes further than that, they might say something about hair. And I'm like, oh, well, if you need that too, I can do that. But if we're talking about makeup, then I'm a makeup artist. Say you need this, then I'm that too. But I don't never, confuse that person. Like, you do this.
Right. Because you probably get that with the people that you meet. He's like, oh, damn, you do that? Okay. Well, yeah, damn, I do that. Yeah, you do that. So it's a bit much. And I find that a lot with not necessarily just young people, but I think the whole mentality and the attitude today is that the more you're involved with or how many things you can market yourself as, the better you are, or the more, inviting you become. But I disagree.
I think that may work in the terms of social media, because social media has been such damage to just the whole industry itself. But I just feel like if you're going to do something, do it because you want to do it. Don't worry about what nobody else is doing. Just do it because, what were you doing before social media? What are you doing if nobody's watching? So, okay, you want to claim this, that, and the third so that you can be more inviting or whatever the case may be, but it only works through social media, because when you go out here and meet people in public, like I said, if we want to talk about makeup, then we talk about makeup. I never let them know all that in 1 second. You just
Well, that's great. That's great. Well, oh my God, where are you from? Well, we found out where she's from, but like, what planet are you from?
I don't
Well, that's wonderful. I mean, that's really refreshing to hear. Because I mean, I meet a lot of people, of course, in what I do, and I talk to people in getting, you know, as I solicit guests for Style Speaks, and trust me, you know, I get a little worn out with, you know, all the titles and all of that, and it's the whole, well, what are you really good at? And I think you kind of captured it with that. What are you passionate about? Because you can't be passionate about 6 or 7 different things because it's not going to really show in your artistry. So that's, well, what do you, my next question is kind of sort of, if you had to choose one of those things, let me give you a brain teaser. I don't know if this is, this is a hard question or it's easy if you thought about it. If you had to choose one of those creative talents, what would you choose?
It'll always be makeup.
Oh, it would be makeup.
It'll always be makeup.
Wow, that's interesting. Wow, why makeup?
I've just always been in love with the transformation of...
And show the people what you look like. You're looking at me, but they want to see you too.
I've just kind of always been in love with the transformation. Growing up, I had like family members that they all they wore were like eyeliner. I was like, look at that eyeliner. Like it was just something that was very feminine about it. And it's not just an act of like it being a hustle or work. It's something that I'm just really passionate about. And it's one of the things that really takes the most work out of me. Like as far as investing, like I have to invest so much into it, and it's just close for me. I like sitting there talking with people doing their makeup if they decide to
What is it? A lot of it is watching the transformation, watching the faces kind of come alive, and even the women, you know, or even the men that you work on, watching them see, you know, what you've done
and how they feel about themselves, or just like some of the conversation. Like I'm a very spiritual person. I don't throw on spiritual conversations with people, but somehow it may come up, and we just like to talk about beauty, women empowerment. Like it's just so many things that can come up while you just sitting there beautifying each other. Like I might have the brushes, but what you're speaking into me and what I may be speaking into you, it's just nice. It's very wonderful.
Wow. But you can't get that in doing somebody's hair?
No, not all the time. Sometimes, you know, people just might want to come and complain. Well, I've had those moments, but I just like makeup. I don't have to sit there that long with the person. Not that I have problems with people, but you know, makeup is just like, woo. It's like a set time. I ain't gotta drag it here, drag it here.
Oh, okay. Just the whole mechanical piece of it and the transition. Well, that's interesting. You taught me a lot about that. I mean, I really didn't get, and I think one of the things with you too that I was really anticipating our conversation is that I really, you know, really thought that you would really kind of leave me kind of mind boggled because of your responses and not giving me the one title. And I'm like, this woman's interesting. I want to see what, I mean, because she's got shots on her Facebook page where she's doing some, she's modeling, she's got her face done in a couple of other ones, and she's got the hair, and she's done other people in there. And I'm like, okay, what is she really focused on? But I see that you're really a multi-talented person and very, very deep, and I really enjoyed talking to you today. Well, how do you want people to, I know you're a modest talent, but if you want to give out some information, how people, I'm sure you're going to capture some fans from this, and it won't be too cheesy to tell people how to find you or what you would want to, you know, information you would want to give out to everybody. Just whatever you want to say.
I guess the easiest way that you may be able to find me is on Instagram at Virgo Libre, VERGOLIBRE. That's my branding. I'm on Facebook under BJ, and I'm sure he might tag me, so you can just add me as a friend. I don't bite at all.
And that's it?
Let's network, let's work.
Okay, all right, I love it, I love it. Well, it's been a distinct pleasure talking to you today. It was such a brightness. I mean, you really add, the sun is beaming down on us, but I'm really getting more energy and light from standing next to you. But thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. I'm a hugger too. Definitely. Hopefully I didn't get too sweaty yet. Well, this has been another edition of Style Speaks here with BJ on a Saturday afternoon. Until the next time, see you again.